mental health in the black community is always dismissed. This video, I'm going to be talking about mental health in the black community and how we are never talked or have a discussion about it because we're always making excuses for how we act and our behavior. This your boy Vaughn. Let's get to this video, man. There's something that I wanted to make for a while, but didn't have the time to do it, or I actually forgot to make a video like this. So I'm going to be talking about how it's not talked about. Whenever we go to our parents and say, hey, this is what y'all did to us, we're like this because of y'all, they're instantly upset. Their reaction is very weird because they're the ones that are actually making us this way, and that's the reason. But we're being their kids and them being our parents, we accept it for what it is. You know, we accept it for what it is to the point where we can't actually, call out when something is wrong because we're used to the behavior. We're normalized by the behavior that that we go through in our households. A lot of the times when we see our parents argue, that fucks us up mentally. So that changes the chemicals in your brain, and it rewires your mind in a different way. Then it, because when you're that young and you're watching your parents, your brain is not fully developed when you're that young. You're still young. So when you see all this stuff happening, it affects you. So when you get older, you're gonna hold grudges, or you're gonna have anger problems, or you're gonna be depressed, or you're gonna have all these illnesses because these people don't want to accept the fact that they have an issue, they have a problem, and they need to go get help. But back to what I said, it's always dismissed. You go to your parents and say, or you go to your mom and say, hey mom, I'm depressed. I don't know what to do. Like, I can't sleep, I can't eat. Well, we're going to church Sunday, so you're going to have to pray on it. They'll tell you to pray on it. They'll tell you to sleep on it. They'll tell you that you'll be all right. Like, they know how you're feeling, but they don't want to accept that you're that way because of them. They know that they created a monster. It's all about their image now. When you get older and you start to act crazy, they're going to try to save their own behind. Because it's all about the ego, and it's all about the reputation, how you look. You see a lot of people deal with this shit where, the things that they did, like, the way that I was raised and the way that I am now, like, I used to talk a lot. I would talk so much to the point where people did not want to be friends with me because I would not shut the fuck up. That's how annoying I was back then. When I got into the 7th grade, that's when I became real quiet. And I was kind of like shy and introverted. I really didn't speak to a lot of people, anymore. And I just kind of was in my own bubble. And it felt comfortable for me. I didn't have to put much effort into talking to people like I used to. I mean, I talked a lot, but it took a lot out of me. I was always, jittery and jumpy, and I wouldn't sit down. Like, I was just all over the place. It's like I was on crack or something. Where I'm just jittery and just jumping around and doing all this crap. You know what I'm saying? So they put me on this medication when I was like 10 years old, 9 or 10 years old, and it made me feel like a zombie. Like, I would get up and I would walk around, like, and I just wouldn't, like, they knew something was wrong. Like, I just wouldn't do anything. I would just lay down and I'd be in the bed all day. When I do get up, I'd walk around like a zombie. Like, I had no emotion. And I took the medication. I'm like, why am I on this medication? But I think it was antidepressant. I don't know. There was a big pill that I had to take, and there was like a smaller pill I had to take. But it really made me feel weird. But it helped me though, because I wasn't jittery and all that stuff. Now I don't even have to take the medication, and I feel chill and laid back and very quiet. I think I'm so used to being by myself. And that's another thing, when you shelter your kids or you know, hold them back in life, they're gonna be far in life. Even though they're the same age as these other people, but they don't know how to do the things that they're supposed to do because they were never taught these things when they were younger. Just like being taught how to drive, cook, you know, do taxes, all this stuff, you don't know how to do it before. See what I'm saying? So when you get older, your parents, they start blaming you for how you don't know certain things because they never taught you, but they need someone to blame because they're the ones that's actually the problem. Just like how you're acting now, your anger, your trauma, your pain comes from them, and they don't want to admit it, so then they try to put it on you, and it's like projection. Like they want to put all the shit that they're saying about you, they're going to put it back onto you. That you're saying about them, they're going to put it back onto you. And it's very weird because I've been in situations like that where I would call them out for the way they treated me and they would go crazy. They would just blurt out stuff, you know, and it's like, you can't talk to them. You can't communicate with them because no matter what you say to them, they're never going to think that they did anything wrong. And I think that's the problem with them, is that you gotta accept the fact that you did this. A lot of them don't even accept it because they know that they're doing it, but they don't care how they doing it to you. You get what I'm saying? It's hurtful to deal with stuff like that. And I'm sure a lot of y'all probably going through this right now where y'all could be doing more in life, but your parents are holding you back. And a lot of y'all 18, 19, 20, hell, even older than that, hell, even in your 30s, you're still living with your parents because they holding you back. They don't want to see you succeed. They don't want to see you move forward. When you start to do things better for yourself, you'll start to see the change in how everybody is acting around you because they want you to see. Oh yeah, the light came on. They want you to think that they're trying to help you, but they really not. And a lot of these parents, like, they gotta heal from their trauma and go talk to a therapist. And they need to realize that there's something wrong with them, because if they don't, they're gonna keep abusing their kids, and then their kids are gonna become like them. And then when they have kids, they're gonna abuse their kids the same way that they've been abused by their parents, and the same way their parents been abused by their parents. So it's a very funny dynamic where you'll see a lot of these people going through very similar situations. It's like we all live in the same household. Like we all can relate to one another when it comes to this type of situations. We have the voice and we don't use it correctly. You know how many times that we all are going through this shit. We all can put some money together. We all can get out of this shit, get everybody a ticket, and have everybody move into like this place together. And we all can find jobs and stuff like that and just do that type of stuff. If you decide you want to get away from your toxic parents. An escape plan is the option for you to do because you're at that breaking point where you don't want to go to jail. You don't want to hurt them. You don't want to kill them, or you don't want to kill yourself. And it's going to get to that point where, because these people, they will not stop. They will not stop until they just don't, they won't stop, really. So you have to be smart, and you have to go in there, and you have to just get out of there. Get out of that situation. A lot of us dealing with these parents, and they don't want to accept that they have an issue. And so they want to blame everything on you and say that you're crazy, or you're mentally unstable. So when they go out in public, they on their best behavior. And you like, wait, what the, why is this? But as soon as they get to the crib, man, this is where that's their comfort zone. They can be themselves at the crib. They can go crazy. All that type of shit. And you'll see that jump. You'll see that jump. And it'll get to a point where a lot of motherfuckers, they'll see that, you know, and they'll try to stop you from moving forward. Really, you just got to find a plan. If you're doing something like me personally, I do YouTube right now. I'm making these videos because I don't have a job right now and I'm just doing something for the time being. This is what I call a job right now. So I'm uploading these videos on my YouTube and I'm posting them every day just to kind of get ready to like do more videos, because this video right here, this needs to be talked about. And we do go through this stuff in the community. Like, not saying that other races don't go through this, but they don't go through it as much as we do. We are so in denial that we're in La La Land. We're in imaginary land to the point where we think that what we're doing is normal. We normalize this shit to the point where that's just who we is. Or that's just who she is. But yeah, this is what I wanted to make when I was out here. You know, I wanted to make this video and everything. And yeah, I'm about to get off, go back inside, and just relax. Cause it's very cold out here, y'all. And it's getting close to Christmas. Christmas is this weekend. I think Friday or Saturday. So once Christmas is over with, then I guess I'll just be chilling. But right now, like what I'm planning on doing is I can't wait till New Year's. Because I want to do something on New Year's. I want to be able to go out and do something. I don't know. I might get drunk and high on New Year's. I might just drink that night. So when it's midnight, I'm about to pop me, a drink. I'm about to play the game. Like, bro, we're going to be on the game on New Year's, you know what I'm saying? 2022, you feel me? I remember like when I used to do that with 2014, 2015, 16. Like, it was just a dope experience to just be on the game. Because a lot of my friends, they'll be on the game that night too. Because they'll be at the crib and they'll just be, man, I'm finna hop on the game, fuck it. But yeah, like, yeah, I'm about to get off here, man. We need to talk about this more. We need to talk about this more, and we need to have these discussions. Especially, we need to have these discussions with white people as well when it comes to how they see us as black people. The stereotypes and how we're judged and ridiculed because of the way we look. And that shit bothers me. You got to get to know somebody before you judge them, man. But yeah, I'm about to get off. This your boy Vaughn, and I'm out. Peace.